Ben Simmons' value in the NBA is like John Gruden's reputation. It's in the mud. After a dismal playoff performance against the Hawks, where he averaged just below 10 points per game while shooting 33.3% from the line, his value and perceptions from other teams in the league is honestly at an all-time low. It was not just the fact that he could not hit his free throws, but his confidence was completely destroyed. The Hawks did the smart thing and forced Ben Simmons to the free throw line whenever they could. Statistically, it was smart. There's only an 11% chance that he would make both of his free throws, but there is no statistic to show how scared he was of going to that line. If giving up an open layup/dunk was not enough to show it, he also walked away from the free throw line while he still had one shot left. I mean, sure, he might have forgotten, but judging from the look on his face, he just did not want to be there. It is the same look of boyfriends who are at their girl's best friend's birthday party, but the best friend is a man. He's clearly uncomfortable shooting free throws, let alone shooting mid-ranges and three-pointers. Many people evaluate Ben Simmons and just focus on his crutch, his weakness, which really diminishes his value. Of course, the fact that his own head coach and co-star were bagging on him does not really help his value at all. I'm sure Daryl Morey wants to smack both of them upside the head. Thus, we are now in trade value limbo, where the seller's asking price is way higher than the buyer's buying price. If his buying price was not already low enough, the fact that he has already clearly said and showed his intentions of wanting to be traded out of Philadelphia has tanked his price even further. Think about it. He went from being in trade rumors with Harden last year and Dame this year to now trade rumors for a combination of fringe all-stars and role players. But here's the thing. People need to stop valuing Ben Simmons for his potential and instead value him for what he already can do on the court at this very moment. Along with all of his baggage, Ben Simmons is still a very damn good player. You could make the argument that he is the best defender in the NBA. If you can be 6'10", weigh 240 pounds, and still be able to guard one of the quickest players in the league in Trae Young, then you got a player that can guard almost every single star in the NBA, aside from maybe Embiid and Jokic. Even then, he could still give those two a run for their money if he truly wanted to. Additionally, he is one of the best transition players in the league, and pair that up with his ability to pass and play make, and he instantly becomes a deadly offensive weapon. Although he only averaged under 10 points per game against the Hawks, he did have 8.6 assists per game in that series. Trust me, a shit player cannot average that many assists. He has talent in the passing department. He also averaged 7 rebounds per game, and if the constant saying winning the rebound battle wins the game doesn't tell you how important rebounding is, then I don't know what will. He might not score points and he might not hit his free throws, but he helps the most important stat of all time, the win column. Whether you like it or not, he helps teams win in the regular season, unlike Kyrie, who doesn't have a positive impact wherever he goes. In the last 4 years, the Sixers have finished in the top 3 of the Eastern Conference 3 times. It hasn't led to much postseason success, but still, pair that up with the fact that Simmons and Embiid are one of the worst fits in the NBA, and you wonder how they have been able to win so many games. They both feast on the interior, yet they are in the way of each other when they share the court. I mean, I appreciate the throwback to the 80s, but god damn, that spacing would suffocate anyone. And who the fuck signed off on adding Al Horford to that mix? But that's besides the point. They just don't fit. To be honest, maybe we have not seen the best of Ben Simmons because he has not been put in the right situation to thrive. I mean, even LeBron James wanted floor spacers everywhere he went. So where should Ben Simmons go? I mean, I'm not a trade guru, but the best spot is where he is the only player who can't shoot. The Houston Rockets would be interesting, but who are we trying to fool? John Wall ain't all that, and he's not gonna fetch a Ben Simmons. So what about the Raptors? Well, unless you're willing to give up FVV, those trade talks died before they even started. No matter how many teams are interested, the one team that makes way too much sense are the Portland Trail Blazers. Similar to the Sixers, they have two players who are way too similar to be on the same team in Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum. At some point, you would feel that they would make a drastic move, as Cody Zeller just ain't the big move Dame was hoping for, unless... No, but seriously, they have to do something. And trading for Ben Simmons, a defensive first player, might be the key to Dame's heart. Pair CJ with a couple of picks, and you probably have to get rid of Nurkic because of the shooting aspect, but you can get Ben and a center who can shoot, then you got something cooking. Dame's offense paired with Ben's defense instantly become one of the most lethal duos in the NBA. CJ's offense, playmaking, and shooting paired with Embiid and his post game would also be a massive improvement over what they have right now. Like I said, I ain't no goddamn trade guru, but both teams win here, and at the very least, we can put this headache to bed. Now to address the Kyrie headache.